Hello everyone, it's Polar's Lights and Signals. Get your jammies on because it is nighttime, and tonight we are going to be looking at a really unique fixture that I acquired. It's a little bit dark, but don't worry, the lights will come on in just a moment. But I got this really cool fixture, and I really want to talk about it because it's something new that I've not gotten in my collection yet, and I didn't think I'd ever get in my collection. So let me go ahead. We're actually going to see this fixture looked at on my bed tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is my American Greenlight's 100 watt induction fixture. Now I'm not entirely sure of its model name, but according to the sticker, this is the AJCI-A1R-100 CP-DL. Now I know that is a huge mouthful, so for the sake of this video, we're just going to call it the AJ. So this is the AJ induction fixture. That sounds pretty stupid. How about we call it the American Greenlight's 100 watt or AJ. So this AJ induction fixture is very odd. It's I've never heard of Greenlights before. Apparently they are located out of San Diego, California, and they are a company that's a little bit obscure that makes induction fixtures. The reason why they're probably so obscure is because induction came out in the mid-2000s, I think, and it unfortunately did not survive very long. I don't entirely know the history behind induction, but I believe induction, like mercury vapor, was actually banned, unfortunately. So it never really made it very long on the market. This fixture is really unique because this has a refractor style lens on it. And all the pictures I've seen, because there are a couple collectors that actually have this fixture, they don't have the refractor version. Mine has a refractor on it. So I really like that. It just really gives it that Cobra look. And this fixture, I don't want to say it's high quality, but the design factor is actually pretty unique and good, I will say. And I'll show you actually why here in a second. But yeah. If we look at the outside here, you can see it's pretty wide on the back, but it kind of resembles the shape of an M250. A lot of people will have different opinions and thoughts on what they think this looks like, but I think this looks like a mix between the American Electric 125 and the General Electric M250. It's definitely not as small as an M250, but is also not as big as a 125. It's a very odd shape. Let me go ahead and flip it over on the back, and we'll kind of get a little bit of a view. I know it's a little bit sank down in my bed as I have a lovely Tempur-Pedic mattress that it's sinking into, but you can see it looks pretty much like an M250, and actually, you know, it has a little bit more of a taper up on the front. So, gosh, it could look like a couple other fixtures too. The glassware looks very similar to the Spalding Metropolitan 250 glass. So yeah, yeah, pretty much just looks very generic though. It's pretty much kind of an M250 ripoff in a little bit of a way, but it's slightly upscaled a bit. You can see on the back here the hinge. It pretty much is just like the M250 hinge. You just got two legs that come off the door. And then you got, you know, the feet sit into those little spots there. Your slip fitter is a little bit different on it. We'll get a little bit of a better idea of how it looks on the inside. But all you really got to do is slide your fixture into this, I don't know what you'd call this, but this hole here. Your arm just slips right into this. And you can see I'm unscrewing these bolts. These are torque bolts that will help to keep the fixture clamped down to the arm. One thing I've noticed with actually induction fixtures, and even though this is the only one I have, I've noticed this. A lot of induction fixtures like this seem to have this type of slip fitter. I don't know if this slip fitter is really good or not. I can tell it's really easy to slide this onto an arm. But is it a good secure method? I have no idea. So yeah, but it doesn't have any clamping. It just has this nice big void here that your arm slides into, and then these bolts pretty much just are used to clamp it down, and can be used as adjustment as well, which I don't know if you can do with this thing really. You'd have to make it work probably, but yeah, these are just stainless steel bolts here for it. And then here's a sticker: install photo control or shorting plug. You should know to either do one of those two things. If you don't, you're an idiot. Here's the photocell socket. One thing they did with this, and I don't know why the hell, it's definitely from the manufacturer. I don't know why they did this, but they glued this photocell down with silicone, so there's actually no way I can adjust it at the moment. But to adjust it, it's actually really simple. You got two screws here that loosen up a spinning plate, and once you do that, you can actually twist the photocell socket around into the position you want. Then once you got it there, all you got to do is tighten the screws, and then that spin plate will press back up into the top of the photocell part of the fixture's housing. So yeah, it's like pretty much like General Electric, a General Electric photocell, and it's actually a really nice photocell. It's a pretty stock standard photocell. I think you can actually buy these offline, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's actually really good. So yeah, pretty cool. And if we go back here, you can see this has a barn latch on the front, which is again very M250 like. To open it, you just pull it forward. Of course, the door will come down. There is actually a big plate in there that actually helps to keep that in there, and it's screwed in, so it's kind of nice, I guess. Shut that back up. And before I show you guys the inside, here is the photocell that came with it. There we go. It's a long join. It's a pretty new photocell. It doesn't have a date on it, which sort of sucks. But you can see date codes for, not that, 03 to 012, which would make sense. This is pretty much an early 2000s fixture. I'm going to have to give this a good clean because this is in good condition. I'll have to replace the clear part. Obviously it's yellowed, but yeah, it's really nice. So yeah. I think I forgot to mention where I actually got this fixture. I got this from a restore here in Detroit. Go ahead and flip it back over again, and we can look at the bottom side real quick. So yeah, this fixture I got from Habitat for Humanity here in Detroit. When I had gotten back, I had a job up near one of our Habitat locations, so after work I just wanted to go shopping there. Because I actually had parts that I needed for my desk outlets. I had to grab some used cords to fix the wiring that I did. For some reason it messed up. And I found this. So I have no idea why this was used here and what this was lighting up. I know this was not on a utility pole. This was definitely a privately owned light that someone did not want anymore. But it's too bad. It does work. There's no problems with this thing at all. But yeah, here's the bottom section of the fixture. Again, very M250-ish look. It's pretty plain, but you do have some drip holes here for, you have some on the back. You know, that helps with any moisture or water buildup. And you got a nice big sticker here. It says American Green Lights. And you got some basic information like the model number, manufacturer, part, lamp wattage, blah 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 blah. So yeah, pretty cool. And hey, look, they have a phone number, and you can go on their website. So I actually might do that and see if they still make stuff. I highly doubt they make induction fixtures, but it'd be cool to see what their current fixtures are, if they even are still around. They could be out of business. You know, who knows? When this stuff got banned, it probably hurt a lot of companies that only specialized in this stuff. So yeah, the glassware, which there's really not much to see with the glass, so I'm not going to take it out and really look it over too much. But it's very, very basic. It's flat on the outside. There's no details on the outside, but on the inside you can see details. And it pretty much just replicates a two-way pattern. The detailing is extremely minimal on here. There's not a lot of it. There's an air bubble too, which actually is kind of funny. Now, is this glass high quality? I think so. There, you can kind of see just some really small minor wrinkles, but there's not any like from a distance, or like from this distance I'm standing, you know, right now recording this, you actually can't see anything wrong with it. Just those minor things, and then that air bubble. It feels pretty nice. It's smooth, you know, it's clean and clear and crisp in mold, and I think it's pretty good actually. I think it's all right. So yeah, for it, I will say the glass on this is extremely boring. Like, this is the most cheap design I've ever seen, but at least the execution in making it, you know, was really, really good. So no worries at all. And just so you guys know, this glassware is unique to this fixture. This pattern is unique. It's not, this is not a compatible piece of glass. I'm sure a lot of you guys thought that at first. No, you cannot put standard small. So actually, let me just kind of give you guys a couple examples. So like a refractor like this and like that, like those sizes, that's, you cannot put in here. This is slightly bigger. So yeah, unfortunately it's unique to the fixture. So hopefully you know, hopefully this never gets broke. So yeah, but let's go ahead and open it up. So this is going to be kind of a bad shot here. I know I usually have my professional shots, but to open it up, all you got to do again is pull up on that latch. It's a little bit hard when it's laying down. Mine's kind of, oh, well. Okay, so I got it off with a little bit of video magic, and when you're opening it up from the ground, what happens is the legs sit a little bit too far inward, so it kind of catches when it opens. So you have to unfortunately have this in its normal position to actually open it accurately. But once it's open, to get it off the fixture, it's pretty simple. You just lift it up and over, and it comes off. I have seen a couple variants of these where the reflector and well, ballast or whatever you'd call that are actually mounted inside the top housing. Mine is not like that. It's mounted on the door. And another thing too, this won't fully swing down and over unless you unplug this, so that's another thing you got to be aware of. Because when I had it plugged in, it was sitting like upward like that, which actually was really bad for it. That could have damaged the aluminum when I opened it for the first time. So I have to make sure that's unplugged. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just start here. You can see that unique slit fitter design where you just stick the arm in there. You know, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if this is good or bad, but now that I think about it, that could be a possible cost-cutting measure. But I don't know. And you guys, I guess, have to give me your thoughts on that. I don't know if I like that or not. But if we go up here, you can see the terminal block. Mine actually had a sticker here for the neutral and hot and so on. I gotta find out where that went, because that is now gone. Okay, so you can see the terminal block here. They got lots of screws holding it down. They got like 2 screws on each side. It's crazy. And then you got your wires that go down to your photocell. You can see that spin plate. And yeah, you can see some of that silicone seeping out the side. So yeah, you can clearly see they glued it. That was quite stupid. Your wires come up to a plug system. And that plug system continues up into the power, I guess you could say this is power door, into the door part where it powers the equipment. So yeah, and between that, they have multiple spots. I don't know why there's 2 of them. Oh, you know what this is for? This I think is actually for holding the door, because this is literally just a steel rope. So this is actually a support. So let's say, and that's actually smart, they did that. So let's say, you know, it's not latched properly in the front because the person was too lazy to do it correctly. Well, if that door swings down, that's going to stop it instantly. That's actually, you know, like why it was stopping when I had it open like that. I just now realized that. So that's actually good because A lot of you guys, I'm sure, have seen M250s, M400s, the 125. There's about a million different fixtures I can mention that have this problem. But the doors don't have that safety mechanism, so they swing all the way off and then they fall on the ground, break, the glassware gets damaged and shatters everywhere. It's just a mess. So I actually like that they did that. That's a good safety feature they added there, so kudos to them, kudos. Another little bit of kudos I want to give to them is something really smart that I don't think I've ever seen in an American fixture. I've seen them in some foreign fixtures, but when the tip of the door here, you know, this part meets the top housing, look what it presses against. Look at this really lovely seal they got going on here, and it goes all the way around. Now, it's not put in perfectly. There's this part's falling out, but I can fix that. It has a seal. Now, I'm going to be honest. When I got this thing, I wasn't sure how bad it was going to be because, you know, bugs get into these things all the time, and they either just pile up or just destroy the light. But guess what? This had little to no bugs in it. It was actually very, very clean. If you look in the inside, actually, everything looks pretty new. I don't know how long this was in service. I mean, you can kind of see, you know, like when you look at the screw, like you can see a slight bit of corrosion, you know, but like this thing was extremely clean, and I couldn't actually get all the bugs out of the bag, but you can see how really good it looks. I mean, nothing could get in through here either, really. So it's a very well insulated fixture, and this seal really helps to make it good. I don't know why manufacturers couldn't do this with their Cobras, but that was a very smart thing they did, and that really helped to preserve the components in here, which brings me perfectly to the next part. So if we go down here, we can see the I guess, yeah, so it's the ballast assembly. I wasn't sure what to call it at first, but this induction fixture uses an electronic ballast. Well, it says electrodeless ballast. I actually don't know what that means, but this is pretty much an electronic ballast. And induction lamps pretty much run like fluorescent, but I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of history on how they work real quick when we get into the reflector there. But yeah, the plug just goes in here, powers this ballast. I'm not sure how good these ballasts are. You know, I looked up induction fixtures, and I've heard some mixed reviews on these. Sometimes these ballasts can fail, and sometimes they can actually last forever. So far, this one's fine. But yeah, I don't know if you guys know a little bit more about these. Please let me know how good these are, because I don't know. There's a lot of mixed reviews. I'd be surprised if something like this actually went bad because, well, for one, it's in an enclosed case, and two, you got double enclosure by having a huge seal on here, so nothing could really get in here or crawl in here to mess with that. So I honestly, I really don't think I could see that going bad. You got your two wires that come out here, and these wires actually are electrode wires that go into the lamp. They don't connect directly to the lamp. So let me go ahead and explain why they don't by getting this taken off for you guys. And before I unscrew it on camera, you just got 4 screws that hold it. Oh, that one's not even holding it. I will say some of these failed. The metal stripped out on this. I have no idea why, so I'm going to have to put some different ones in. But yeah, you got to unscrew that to get the reflector off. So let me do that off camera, and we can look at this lamp. Alright, I got those screws out. And there's no other tabs that hold the glass in, so all I really got to do here is just kind of lift it down like that. And if we take this off, just very carefully, you can see the lamp. Uh-oh, it's just a tab that fell. So here is the lamp. It is directly mounted in there. And I guess, well, if you need to replace the glass, here's how you get it out. Here is that piece of glass. I'm going to show it to you again real quick. There's really no other logo wings on either, just plain glass again on the rim. So yeah, put that aside. And let's go ahead and take a look at this. So induction lamps are very different in how they work. If you guys imagine a plasma ball and how that works, basically what you got is, I think there's like gases inside the plasma ball that help make the little arcs in it. And basically to get that, there's a piece of plastic that goes outside the lamp, there's a hollow spot in the lamp that a tube goes up into, and there's wires wrapped around it. And I think what that does is it creates like a magnetic field, and which causes induction, and that induction somehow travels inside the lamp to make the gases ignite. Well, at least the electronic arcs ignite in a plasma ball. But this is the same way. Now, with induction lamps, you can actually replace them. They do make replacement induction lamps. You can get a whole assembly. And to replace the lamp, at least in this fixture, hold on, I didn't unscrew all the way. To replace the lamp in this fixture, all you got to do is undo these two screws here, and the whole bulb assembly comes out. It is kind of tucked in down there, so you'd have to pull your wires up a bit. But let me try to flip it here, and I can show you guys. Oh, I cannot flip this at all. Wow. So it's going to do it like this. Alright, so this is a donut-shaped lamp. The 100-watt lamps are donut-shaped. And yeah, that's pretty much how you undo the lamp. You can see there's some heat shrinks around it that help to release heat, because this lamp does get really, really warm. But your electrode wires come in. They got some little coils wrapped around the frame of the lamp, and those coils help to create that magnetic field. And these jumpers here that go along the bulb, and by the way, yes, this was originally taped this way. Those wires carry that magnetic field / induction, which helps to keep the whole entire donut shape of the lamp lit. So yeah, I probably did not explain this 100% well, but I encourage you guys to please go online and do more research, and I have to do more research too, because I unfortunately do not know enough about this stuff clearly, but that's kind of the basics as to how that lamp starts up. There's no wires that go into it, there's no arc tubes or tungstens inside it, there's just gas in this lamp, and those wires just being next to it help ignite it. So yeah, it's a very cool technology. There are mercury vapors in this induction lamp, I think. Like I said, because these were banned. So if you guys haven't seen induction in real life, they have a phosphor mercury color, just a much more in a much more softer tone, like a fluorescent. So they look like a mix between a fluorescent and mercury vapor phosphor coated lamp color. So yeah, and that's pretty much the inside. The reflector is just a pressed aluminum reflector like every other manufacturer, so no surprise there. But yeah, this lamp is kind of cool, you know, and that's one thing I like about the induction fixtures. They have these really weird lamps. I know the higher wattage ones have like a square version of this lamp too, and then the lower wattage ones actually have a light bulb shaped lamp instead of this donut with just one tube, and it's a lot more like the plasma lamps. So yeah, pretty awesome. And one other thing to note too is that they got the sticker. So the lamp replacement must be done after the lamp's cooled down, of course, and then you must put in a 100-watt type RT lamp. So yes, you can replace these lamps. And I guess to unplug the actual wires, you just have to unscrew them here. But I'm sure anyone could jury rig this and just cut the wires inside the fixture and splice them. The order doesn't matter as long as you got as long as you got in and out current coming into this. It'll work either wired either way. It just has to be able to create the induction. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that there really is in this fixture. It's a pretty basic fixture, but you know, the technology it uses is actually quite unique. And I'd actually be interested in maybe collecting a little bit more of these fixtures, just for the history purposes and preservation. Let me go ahead and put this back together, and we can watch this thing turn on. Alright, hopefully that's a good position and the camera will not fall off. There's not going to be there's not going to be really a warm up on this thing. Induction lamps really don't take much to warm up, so let's go ahead and plug it in. Whew. Oh, it came on like a LED. So there we go. So They do get a slight bit brighter, but it's so subtle you probably won't really notice. I noticed it after a few minutes, but yeah, these don't really get too much brighter. If I move the camera here, you can see it does give off a lot of light. There's my shadow. Hello, everyone. So yeah, it's actually quite bright. It's I'd say it's probably equivalent to like a 175. It's not that much more energy efficient, but it at least I don't think so. I wonder if if these lamps dim over time. That's something I actually don't know about these. What happens when the lamps get towards the end of their lives? But it's a really cool fixture. You can see the donut shape. There you go, the donut shape in there. That glassware is really cool, actually, when it's on. It's pretty nice. You can see the sticker there. Kind of turn it down a bit like that. You bring the camera up, bring it down. There we go. You can kind of see that lovely effect. There's the photocell. The photocell actually works too. It's just pretty dark in here. I don't think it's gonna do anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There really is nothing else to see. Now that I am actually looking at it, I can see it's gotten just a slight bit brighter, but really not that much. Like I said, this thing is you know, it doesn't take long for induction to get brighter. So yeah. Let me see if I can kick that photocell off. My Cooper OBZ went off. Where's the flashlight? Right here. Is that still overexposed on camera? Yes, very overexposed. You guys can't even tell it's bright in here. Oh wow, that worked perfectly. Well, it's not bright enough in the room, since it's nighttime, for that to kick off. So, there, unplugged it. I set my flashlight right there to kind of keep it up at an angle so you guys can kind of get a little bit of a better perspective of it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is my American Green Lights AJ Induction Cobra. So that's pretty much it. I'm glad I was able to share this with you guys. This video may not have been very good on this fixture, but hopefully it'll give you guys some better understanding of what this is. I'm going to do some more research on induction fixtures, and maybe I'll try to start collecting them. I don't know if any of you guys that are subscribed like induction. Personally, you know, I don't really think I have an opinion right now on whether I like induction or not. But it's not really a bad light. It puts off a very nice light. So yeah. But if you guys know where any induction fixtures are in towns like this, and especially these Cobras, please let me know. I'd like to go visit those towns someday and take pictures. Actually, you know, I saw the other day there's some towns out west that actually have induction retrofitted into old M400 cutoffs, which is really weird. But yeah, so these came in retrofits, and you could just get Cobras for these as well. There's another YouTuber on here I'd like to mention. Parrot175 actually has an induction fixture that I have seen before. It's made by Lithonia Lighting, I believe, and it's basically just a ripoff of the 113, or excuse me, the 115. The actual Cobra head, the actual build is literally the same as the 115. It's pretty much just a copycat, and uses a Hubble glass refractor for that would go onto the RMG. But the fixture, so it's basically a 115 retrofitted with induction hardware. But go check that video out, just for the sake of getting to know what these fixtures are, guys. And please subscribe to his channel. He doesn't have a huge Streetlight collection, but he actually has some interesting videos on just light bulbs, and I watch them every now and then. They're pretty cool. And he has some other fixtures that I'm not really interested in collecting, but like floodlights and stuff, but I think it's cool he has them, and they're actually awesome. So please go check out his channel, and please go subscribe to him. And Parrot175, if you're watching this, dude, I have been subscribed to your channel for quite a long time now, and I must say your videos are awesome. And I like the way you explain what you're reviewing. You're very quick about it. You get the details in. For some reason, your videos are just really short, and I'm trying to do that with mine because I know I can go on and on and on. So keep up the good work, dude. And yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos like this. I don't think I'll be doing another video on an induction fixture, excuse me, anytime soon, unless I happen to find some that I can get. But yeah, hopefully this gave you guys something to think about. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.